is going on YouTube? Jazz Trades here, coming at you with another video. I'm going to talk about TA and how I just got my affiliate code down below for ThinkCapital, a prop firm that I am now using because they are broker backed, and that just sounds great to me. Their broker is ThinkMarkets, and they've been around since 2010. So I really trust these guys. Um, but like I said, I'm testing it out. Really cool. But yeah, and before we get into the TA, let's get into what this platform looks like, what we could trade. Okay. Um, so right now I could trade gold. I could trade the GBP, that's the Great British Pound. I could trade the Japanese Nikkei, the German DAX, the US Dow Jones, okay, Euro versus dollar. I could also trade the Brent, the USD, US crude oil, UK 100 FTSE index, Bitcoin, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq. I'm going to stick with Bitcoin for the most part, and I ended up getting into a trade a couple nights ago around this area, a long because it looked good, and I actually got out with a $244 profit. For those of you who don't know, I got their $10,000 account, three-step program, and it's actually pretty straightforward um, on everything. Let me just go ahead and log into my account so I could show you guys exactly how cool it really is um, up in this biatch. Okay, so yeah, $244 in gains. Um, the daily loss limit is now $409. It was only 400 starting at 10,000, but because I gained money, it's now $10 above that. Okay, max drawdown is 800, and I've gone $0 into it. It seems like they're keeping everything at 9,200. Now that's pretty freaking cool. It's not like Take Profit Trader or Apex or Buell and Ox in that sense. There is no trailing drawdown or end of day drawdown. So yeah, you kind of get what you pay for it. You pay it one time. There's no monthly fee. Um, and yeah, they do have challenges here. Obviously, their one-step challenge is going to be on more the expensive side of things, especially if you see what I mean. $200,000 accounts, a $949 thing. Dual step with the add-ons is even more expensive with a $200,000 account. That's what I'm going to choose in the future. Not today, obviously. Um, but you can have up to 600,000 in funding, so I could actually buy 3 of these accounts with the dual step method, and that's how that works. Okay, they do not allow copy trading, so um, but you have 3 accounts, and this program right here can also use on TradingView. I haven't personally used it yet. I think this program looks just fine to me. I mean, it's really cool. All you have to do is click on Start Trading Now, click on Buy or Sell, right? Oh, wait, cancel. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, yeah. And then you could just kind of, and then you got to click on Confirm Buy. Forgot, sorry. But yeah, 0.05 Bitcoin, that's about 1,900 bucks today, right? If you do the calculations. Point 0.1 Bitcoin is, you know, that's, they're saying $4,000. Okay? Using an entire Bitcoin, I think it's half actually. Half everything. Um, from what I could tell. 2 of these things is actually the cost of the actual Bitcoin. So this would be 0.5, this would be 1, that would be 2.5, etc. But I actually opened a 0.05 Bitcoin trade the other day, and that was down here. And during this run up, I made $244. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. Here's proof that I do have an account with them. Could use up to a 1 to 100x leverage. Current balance is that. And yeah, so with ThinkTrader, Nexus, the Nexus option. So if we were going to go back to challenges, here's Nexus. They're going to be the cheapest out of all of them, even with all the add-ons. A little bit more cheap. I paid for the $138 one, $10,000 account, Nexus. Okay? And then if you want to apply a promo code, use Jazz Trades. You'll get 5% off that price. Okay? All right. Guys, that is that. Now let's get into the TA. Okay? As you can see here, it was forming flag. Kind of bounced off this 200-day moving average on the hourly, but ended up going down lower to, it broke down to the 0.382 fib. Okay? And this is the 0.5. Again, I think we're going to go down to the 0.618. And again, this is coming from the 2-year or the 1-year bear market back in 2022. Okay? Huge volatility here between the 0.5 fib and the 0.236. But ultimately, it looks like we're going to roll over down to the 0.618. And as long as we stay above the 0.618, we are in a bull market. If we're in between here, it could be many months, before we break out of the 0.618 back into the 0.618 and going back up. Okay? But like I said, I believe in the banana zone of finance. Usually, it's like a 2 to 3 year long bull run followed by a massive crash that's a few months long. And the crash is nasty and terrible, and it brings us down to lows that we haven't seen in a long time. And then it's a big bad bull run, banana zone bull run. That's an entire year long. That will take us even higher than where the all-time high is today. That same thing is going to happen with Bitcoin, in my opinion, where 110,000 is not going to be the highest that we see. Okay, guys. That was freaking awesome. Appreciate all of you. We go to the hourly here. You can see a little bit more price action. Yes, there's that W. Bitcoin did the same thing. Made money on that same move. Didn't get into the trade with Bitcoin, with ThinkTrader. And like I said, guys, I am not buying, or I'm not doing Tradeify yet until next week. I'm going to wait until price action slows down and gets boring. That's what I'm used to. So that's what we're waiting for. Okay. Today we're down 3%. And yeah, that was a pretty nasty crash too. Brought us back down to 0.382 and is bouncing in between the 50-day and the 200-day moving average right now currently. Again, Bitcoin did a very similar move. S&P and Bitcoin are similar in many ways. Sometimes Bitcoin will make its move after the S&P, especially on the weekends. Okay, so I know you guys were probably looking at some videos of guys that were saying Bitcoin's finally decoupling, but remains to be seen. Okay, I do believe in the idea of decoupling if the economy is in a free fall, and we're looking at a massive crash in everything. I do think that the quickest recoveries are going to be Bitcoin, gold, and silver during that time period if it were to happen. But I don't think we're there yet. I think that's going to happen in the middle or towards the end of 2026. Okay, if it does happen, because that's when the bear market's going to begin. Okay, guys, remember, keep things slow, keep things steady. Love all of you who have subscribed to me. very appreciative of you. Thank you so much. I hope that I provide excellent content. And remember, keep it slow, keep it steady. Peace out, guys.